Assalamualaikum and good day to you, doctor. So we are from group 7 section 3 going to explain to you about our project topic, which is designing a bookshelf by using bisection method. We are group 7, consists of Siti Aisyah, Mustab Sahal, Siti Balkis binti Subir, and Muhammad Haziq Fahmi. So now let's jump into the introduction. As our topic is about designing bookshelves, so I'm going to explain to you what is bookshelves. Bookshelf is a horizontal shelf that's typically in the form of cabinet made from wood or metal. So this shelf is used to hold the book or other decoration. So these shelves can also be mounted on the wall. So this type of shelves is called floating shelf. So floating shelf is basically attached to the wall by two fasteners that is hidden and placed in the bottom of the shelf. So in other words, for structural term, the bookshelf can also be simplified as simply supported beam with a uniform load distribution. Moving on to background of study, so this project will analyze the vertical deflection of the bookshelf by using bisection method. So bisection method is a technique to approximate the value of vertical deflection if the equation given. Now, the objective of this project is that we expect that this project will help us to find the exact value of the bookshelf deflection. Next is to investigate the approximate value for deflection of the bookshelf by using bisection method, and last but not least is to justify the errors of the bookshelf deflection. So what is the problem statement for this project? So we focused on the DIY project like building floating bookshelves that we've seen so many tutorial in YouTube, in Facebook, or some kind of channel in televisions. So DIY project like building this type of shelf is very common because people prefer like building it because it's cut costs and time instead of like hiring designers. So the other projects like floating bookshelf may need more concentrations while assembling it to ensure it's very strong structure. Otherwise it will fail and like fracture, and it won't hold any book or decoration. So let's say there is a project of DIY building a floating bookshelf that will hold books ranging in height of 8.5 inches to 11 inches tall, and it will take up like 29 inches of space along its length. So with that given, with the equation given on the screen right now, so we are expecting to know the vertical deflection by using bisection method. Okay, for literature review, just for general overview, so floating bookshelf is a shelf that rather being supported by brackets, it is attached to the wall. Either it's hidden by the screw and or the bracket is hidden bottom of the shelf. So bookshelf structural analysis is to analyze the structure of the bookshelf. It is it's easier and very useful to apply the structural analysis, which include the load distribution on beam, which represent the books itself, and also deflection of the beam that caused by load. So deflection of the shelf itself that caused by the weight of the books. Next is what method that could be used to approximate deflection if equation is given. So We use bisection method because it is the simplest of all the numerical approaches for solving transcendental equation. So bisection method may benefit us because it is not a difficult computation, and also on a computer, bisection method is simple, like the application of Excel itself. So it's very simple and straightforward to the program.
Hello, my name is Siti Aisha binti Abdul Rahim and my metric number is the F200086. I will continue to present the methodology parts with pillar table. So in the pillar table, we have the facts, idea, learning issues and action. In this study, we got 3 facts to be solved. First one is to find the maximum vertical deflection of the bookshelf. We are having ideas to use GeoGebra website to get the graph line from the given equation. Learning issue is that we need to find the approximate roots for the equation. So we have known the solution and learned how to sketch the graph. Next is to find the roots for a nonlinear equation with one variable. The idea is to use the intermediate value theorem, and we have learned how to find the interval from the graph. The action needed to be taken is to make the calculation to solve the problem in the correct way and in the correct and accurate way. Lastly is to solve the problem using the bisection method. We get the ideas to use the interval from the graph to solve the problem. So we need to carefully calculate the solution, and action to be done is to calculate the error by using the approximation error formula. Next, we will continue for the solution part, which is the calculation. So from the graph, we can find the interval, which is 46 and 47 between the roots. And this is the value of A0 and B0. Next, we calculate the midpoint as CO. We solve it in the table and evaluate the function of f for the fa, fb, and fc. So the rule for this method is if fc is in negative, then the value of b1 is equal to c0, and the value of a1 is remain same. While if the value of fc is in positive, then the value of a1 is equal to c0, and the value of b1 is remain same. We will continue the iteration until the value of fc is less than 0.0005. In this study, we end the calculation until the 5th iteration and found that the root for the equation given is approximately 46.4531.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Azif Hamiduddin. I will be presenting about discussion. As we can see from the figure, the root of the function Vx equal to 0.42493 multiplied by 10 power of -4 multiplied by x power of 3 minus 0.13533 multiplied by 10 power of -8 multiplied by x power of 5 minus 0.66772 multiplied by 10 power of -6 multiplied by x power of 4 minus 0.018507 multiplied by x. We get the answer is -118.30 and 27.80 and 46.50. Maximum deflection is assumed as displacement of the bookshelf for the safety of the structure, shown in the calculation that at FC5 the value of FCI is 0.002, which is smaller than 0.005, where the iteration is end. Therefore, the estimate vertical deflection is 46.4531. Next, for conclusion, bisection is a method for locating roots that may be used to any continuous function for which one possesses knowledge of two values with contradictory sign. For this case study, we can analyze the exact value of the bookshelf deflection and the approximate value of deflection of the bookshelf by using bisection method. From using this method, we also can find the area of the bookshelf deflection that important to ensure the structure of the floating bookshelf is strong enough to hold book and avoid it from collapse. The accuracy of bisection method depends on the solve in 4 decimal places in finding roots of equation. That's all from our group. Thank you.